And also, it seems like it's gonna be actually a quite long one. So, the map is Adaptive Folsom, which is basically 20 by 15, as we can see by the black bars on the side. And what do we have here? So, it seems like the AIs are actually gonna be set in the top corners and are all part of the same team. So we have basically a team of 4 players, another team of 4 players, and then a team of 4 AIs in the top side. And no, this is actually not a campaign map. It's just something that has been made for, well, just enjoying the versus AI games by some of the mappers. Because it is clearly not a map meant for a PvP gameplay. Hello, can I fix my camera? Thank you, thank you. So, anyway, the players and the teams. On one side, we're gonna have... wait, which team is team? Okay, so Team Resistance is known as team. And they're made up of Mr. Deli playing Seraphim in blue. And he's gonna be the one who's gonna be basically expanding towards the north side, where he's gonna be forced to fight against 2 enemy ACUs pushing from the north. On the bridgehead, we will have Nuggets playing UEF and trying to go and defend from the enemy player. Up next, Clipped My Wings playing Aeon, in most likely what I would go and say is gonna be the air spot. And then the last player, Resistance, who is gonna be basically trying to go and drop down here towards this ledges here, and then he will expand here. Because, well, there is quite some mass available here from what we can see. Let me see exactly how. 7,000 mass available in this basin, so yes, you will wanna go and fight over it. Then, the enemy team, known as Team 2. Yes, I'm not joking, these teams are literally called Team and Team 2. So, Team 2. On the bridgehead, we're gonna have Unknown playing UEF and already be lining for the middle of the bridge to go and fight over this beautiful reclaim field here, and also for the 4 mexes here. Then, we're gonna have Mr. Blast Shield playing also UEF, and he's gonna be the one fighting over this lower part here. The air player is gonna be no one else but Raelia, coming here to go and help out Blast with the early start, which is an interesting choice, to be honest. Not something I expected. I would expect him to just keep on walking to go and grab the reclaim here, but no, that's not the plan. And last but not least, it is gonna be no one else but Achieved Jaguar playing Aeon, and he's gonna be the one playing Survival versus the 2 enemy AIs coming in and pouring from the top side. So, the AIs are gonna be basically once again UEF and 1 Aeon per side. And yes, that's exactly the setup. 1 Aeon and 1 UEF RNG AI to face off versus the players on the north side, and the other 3 players are basically allowed to go and duke it out between each other. Also, that's a very nice move from Resistance, putting in some snoops around this reclaim fields to go and snoop for the enemy units, giving you a very nice information as to what is happening here in the middle. First shots are being fired over the bridge, connecting the 2 players, Nuggets and Unknown. As we can see, they're all trying to go and grab some control over the map. Oh no, the T1 engineer is gonna get shot down, and even if it managed to go and build the T1 PD, it seems like Unknown is 1 step ahead, bringing some artillery with his ACU. So unfortunately, it seems like Nuggets is gonna be forced to run away from the middle. At the same time, it seems like both players are trying to make a drop on the middle because, yep, once again, there is quite some mass available here for the taking. 10,000 mass available on this mound. And it seems like the Aurelia made a small mistake of not rushing the land factories, because we can see 6 engineers from Clipped My Wings is gonna be just enough to build a fast T1 factory and then grab a radar and T1 PD to protect them, so yes. It seems like Relia, instead of fighting over the control, is gonna go and try to steal as much mass as possible, and then he will just, well, disappear. We can also see him trying to steal mass from the AI players on the top side, which is, well, gonna work out just fine for him, I guess. Oh, and for anyone wondering why do we have the naval wrecks in the middle of the map, that is actually because the middle in the normal version of the map is all flooded. Like these bridges here, this is just basically a big dam which is supposed to be keeping water in, well, in this whole basin, I guess. So that's why we have the naval wrecks here inside. I was expecting Rezi to actually be the first one to get to the reclaim here, but somehow it seems like Relia made it to this part of the map faster than the other team. So well, props to him. Although it seems like Relia moving towards the depression in the land here is gonna go and force the 2v1 on Unknown, who is already losing a lot of HP. His HP is dropping to 4k HP. And the 2 ACUs from Clip My Wings and Nuggets are not letting up. They're just gonna keep on walking in forward and forward. Unknown being forced to shield G his units to go and block the enemy ACUs, as otherwise he's risking losing his life. But yeah, the price he have to pay have been steep, losing 20 tanks or something to go and, well, just make it out alive. But thankfully, it seems like the first tier 2 units are already on the field, as the Mongoose is gonna waddle its way one step at a time towards the front line. And considering there is no gun upgrade either on Nuggets or the Clip My Wings ACU, these little bad boys, the Mongoose, are gonna prove to be very annoying to deal with. Just look at them, standing so far away, popping grenade launchers and Gatling guns at you. That's how annoying are they be. Oh no, and it seems like Clip My Wings made a mistake. He just overextended. As you can see, Arnold is gonna go and take this chance to go and make a push to go and eradicate one of the enemy ACUs. Nuggets, oh my goodness, please don't tell me it's gonna be a draw at 1-4-2, as this might actually happen. As Clip My Wings is gonna lower. Nuggets, please. Okay, thank goodness. Actually, Clipped My Wings control case on the ACU of the other player, as otherwise just a few more moments and the all Mongoose and everything else would be shooting at the ACU belonging to Nuggets, meaning that he would also die. Just look at this HP. 2k left. That was basically a few seconds of being under the fire of all the Mongoose, and he would also die in a 2-for-1 exchange. Thankfully, the swift thinking on the part of Clipped My Wings managed to go and save one of his teammates, so good for him. And while they did win the exchange on the middle part of the dam, it seems like Resistance is being pushed back by 2 ACUs belonging to Blast and Relia. And the situation here is looking worse and worse with every moment, as more and more units are pouring in from the land factories belonging to Blast Chill, I guess. For also finish the T2 switch, as we can see that the HQ have been finished and is gonna produce some T2 engineers to provide some T2 pigeons for his team. And yeah, it seems like this whole killing field is gonna go and belong to the Team 2, which we will, I guess, we'll just call Teal Blast Shield, because calling one team Team and the other team Team 2 is, well, gonna confuse people. So even though Nuggets got the better exchange in the middle, it seems like he's still gonna get forced back by the units belonging to Relia. Air Scout called Air Scout behavior. Huh. Oh well. Another one. Another Air Scout called Air Scout behavior. Don't tell me there's gonna be a third one. Okay, there's not gonna be a third one. The others are unnamed, so there is that. But hey, let's go and look and see how are the players faring versus the AI on the top side. It seems like Achieved is doing actually quite well. as he is happy with his ACU here to just keep on tanking the damage for his blazes. His engineers trying to go and reclaim and suck up all the mass and trees available here. Another Air Scout behavior, huh? What is this naming scheme? But yeah. It seems like Achik is doing quite well, as for some reason we had one of the players being snapped as Nuggets have just control-K'd his ACU. What did he die to? Was he sniped? No. The Moongoose weren't close enough. Or maybe they were close enough and he just got overrun by some of the units. Man, how could I miss that happen? But yeah, it seems like Rezi and Delhi are actually in a very bad spot currently. Yeah, I have no clue what happened to Nuggets. I look away for a moment to see how is achieved faring versus the AI. And suddenly Nuggets is like, well, bye-bye. I was never here. Nuggets saying that he died to a GC. Well, if that was a 10-minute GC, you made still a valiant effort to overcharge it so hard that it disappeared. But yeah, it seems like Resistance is actually gonna go and mount a counter-attack with his T2 switch. You have the gun upgrade, you have pilers, you have parashields, and he means business, especially as the blast shield ACU have no kind of units to go and support him, or should I say, gun upgrade or no nothing, but the pilers. A big bunch of pilers is gonna be still enough to make sure that the Resistance cannot push forward. And yeah, the man is just gonna go and retreat to his own base. Let's see what is happening on the top flank for Team Resistance, as Delhi is still fighting versus the AI. And it seems like he's actually defending in the exact same spot as Achieved is doing on the other side. So good for them, it seems like both AIs are working out well, are in the stalemate. Let's see, middle part of the map. Well, it seems like if Aurelia wanted, he would just go and push in versus those fuel pilers, which are getting mauled by the T1 artillery. So Aurelia can just make a push happen and, well, enjoy the spoils of the victory here. As there is, what, a single triad, a single PD and a shield being produced. And nothing else is here to go and stop Aurelia from pushing in. But I guess he wants to go and play it safe. He owns this position. All of this reclaim here is gonna be his. The maxes are his, so yeah. The man can just enjoy the slow game pace. Nano repair and gun have been made by Blast Shield. Rezi opting for a shield upgrade. So it seems like that both players are still not willing to give up control over this part of the map. Achieved still doing quite well versus the AI. And I guess the same can be said for the guy here on the left flank. Although it seems like Delhi is slowly but surely getting overwhelmed by the Eve songs, as we can see that the PDs, even the TMDs, are taking more and more damage from the incoming missiles. As the Flapjacks are definitely getting some good value here with the missile salvos. And actually, the same is happening on the other side, where Achieved Jaguar is also getting pushed back by the bunch of Eve songs and also Flapjacks, so yes. It seems like not a single player is gonna proceed towards the enemy base, as they're just having be forced to be bunkered down here on these positions. I'm also surprised that there is no kind of fight happening over this part of the map, or basically anything here in the middle. But I guess with only 2 maxes to fight over, nobody wants to overextend or anything. Rezi getting some good value with his ACU. Nearly 2000 must kill, the Overcharge gonna kill 2 more pilers, granting him another veterancy upgrade. And sure, he does have more units compared to Blast Shield, but the problem is that Blasts have everything in one spot. He also have some triads and other PDs to come back to if necessary. So pushing in here, is gonna be very hard. Even if you try to make the pincer maneuver, it's not gonna work out. Beautiful overcharge, gonna kill 2 pillars for blast. As the Resi is unfortunately unable to go and fire a single overcharge because Blast Shield went for a cheeky shield upgrade on his ASU. Not the standard personal one like Resi with his heavy shield, but rather the small bubble one, which only have 5000 HP, but works wonders when it comes to blocking the incoming overcharge damage from the enemy ASU. And yes, both players just trying to go and grind down the other one, with no victor to be seen in our sides. Although it seems like Resistance is gonna go and have to fall back. I'm not sure about building the strides here, especially as we can see that we are just running away with our forces. So that's a big mistake by Resi. Basically donating some additional mass towards the hands of Blast Shield. And on the middle dam, it seems like we have another stalemate, as Raleigh is not gonna risk pushing any forces up towards the firebase belonging to Delhi up there. Although I did see a few missiles. Oh yeah, there is a spearhead and there's another one. Oh, look how parked up. It's like perfect micro, because this way, even if your opponent tries to shoot them back, well, tough luck. There is a wall here which we are not gonna destroy. But yeah, TMD is being popped up by the other player as Delhi is gonna try to defend this position, but the problem is there is a counterattack happening in the basin. As Blast Shield, he said, no, I am not gonna stand this, I'm gonna push in too. So yeah, it seems like Resi got a good opponent up his hands. The bubble shield have finally been popped on the Blast ACU, as Resi still have 15,000 HP left on his own personal shield. Oh, that was a beautiful curveball of an overcharge fired by Blast Shield. A beautiful left hook, if I can say so. Just enough to go and kill a single pilot, I guess. And yeah, Resistance is gonna have bigger and bigger trouble to go and protect his base here, as we can see the Blast is making his leeway here. Thankfully, affairs of the Triads have been built by Resistance to, well, resist the incoming onslaught of the enemy pillars. Although unfortunately, it seems like the flapjacks in the enemy team are gonna be enough to go and kill them, as there is no TMD available for Resistance. One Sparky dying after another. Make it 3 deaths. As the flapjacks are proving to be very good choice for the unit mix inside the Blast Shield army. And yeah, the shield on the Resistance is nearly down, meanwhile the Bubble Shield is up and operational for his opponent. And that is also something very nice. Blast Shield just... Okay, never mind. It seems like Resistance have some air scouts on patrol to make sure that the little sneaky scatter shields, the stealth fields, are not gonna work in the favor of his opponent. But the problem is, he's slowly running out of units. Like, sure, he is still defending quite valiantly, but the amount of units available to him is getting lower and lower compared to his opponent. Like, just, let's take a look. 18 pilots, a single skyboxer and 7 strikers, compared to Blast Shields, 35 pilots, 6 Lobos and 11 strikers. Not to mention the flapjacks and the parashields in the unit mix, so yeah. Basically double the mass in the units for Blast Shield, meaning that Resistance is gonna have a very hard time defending this position. There is an AI transport which just dropped some units which just got instantly erased by the Raleigh army. Anyway, it seems like Delhi is just gonna enjoy his small little firebase game here, while Raleigh is gonna try to break it down with his flapjacks and spearheads. So let's look at the AI. Oh no, it seems like Delhi is actually being forced back by the AI, which is not only fielding some pilots, but also Mungus on the field. Thankfully, it seems like he's still managing to somehow hang on to his life. But Achieved is actually doing quite well. He have no trouble defending or anything, so he's just being chilling there. As it seems like all of the action is happening on the bottom part of the map. Well, here comes the first two artillery, being fielded by resistance, but the problem is, you have no shields, no power to run them, so... Are you okay? Well, you are definitely not okay. Stalling 3000 energy per second, no... What are you doing? Well, I mean, I guess you are rushing this pigeon, but what else is taking just so much power? Like, my boy, that's not how you do it. Oh, okay, I guess he's just asking for power from Delhi. That's what he was running on. But Delhi is just gonna get his stuff sniped by the TML. Oh boy! That is horrible. Thankfully, he manages to go and reclaim the power generator just in time. And another missile gonna go and hit the target. No, it missed. That was a close call, if I ever saw one. Another two missiles. Are they gonna get intercepted? Well, no, another pigeon bites the dust. Another TML gonna fly in the air and it's gonna actually reach the target. The T3 RHQ factory is gonna receive another shell into the head. Let's see if they can actually go and secure this HQ or not. Another TMD being popped up by Delhi to go and save the HQ. And it seems like it's gonna be built just on time, so yeah. That was very, very dicey indeed. But let's go back and see what is happening here in the bottom part. Is Blast Shield actually gonna go and join the artillery war or not? Nope, it seems like he's not willing to join it. He's just gonna keep on boosting his own flapjacks and spearheads. As well, Resistance is gonna be the only one building up artillery, which have, well, no value whatsoever so far, maybe apart from killing a few shields here and there. But that would be it. Otherwise, the DPS on the Klinkhammers is slow. And what the hell is AI planning in here? Well, thankfully nothing, because the ASF just came in time to shoot them down. Another T1 transport, gonna get shot down. But yes, I am actually surprised that this position is still alive and well. But it seems like it's not gonna stay alive for much longer. Because the spearheads, flapjacks and other stuff from Rael is, well, making quite a good dent in this field. A Strat Bomber from one of the RNG players is gonna eradicate the T2 Maxes belonging to Delhi on this position. Who is actually somehow mounting a counter-attack versus the AI. As it seems like a bunch of atoms is gonna be enough to, well, push through the enemy forces. As the Percivals and Obsidians are unfortunately not gonna be enough to go and dissuade Delhi from making this push. The question is, how far inside the enemy base can he make it? Can he kill even a single T3 factory or not? Let's see what is happening on the right flank, as it seems like it's actually the same tale. As we have Hardbringers from Achieved Jaguar trying to go and fight off enemy titans. And yeah, it seems like Delhi is actually gonna be the one to kill his opponent faster. Although, right now his atoms are getting inside the range of enemy T1 PDs, meaning they're gonna get basically eradicated. As they are gonna become nothing more but a Swiss cheese. So the push by Delhi unfortunately is not gonna work out, and as say that the push is not gonna work out, we have Raelia pushing through the middle of the bridge, dam or whatever the hell it is, to go and try to make a dent inside this firebase belonging to Delhi. Stingers from Resistance coming in to go and support him, some Spectres too. And let's see if there's gonna be an airfight happening or not, as both players are circling their ASF away. Delhi is gonna be the one to pull the trigger, and it seems like it was a mistake as he gets a very bad turn. Oh yeah, the ASF are dropping like flies, one after another, but it seems like Laeria is gonna go and miss micro his units too, so it's still up in the air to see who's gonna go and win this fight. And unfortunately, it was a bigger blunder on Raelia's part, meaning that the air control is gonna go and belong to Team Resistance, meaning that the Restorers... No, never mind, the Restorers actually belong to Raelia. So, I have no clue who's winning this one here, but it seems like it's actually gonna be Raelia, with the beautiful bait, with the Restos and stuff, as this base is gonna go and fall under the fire from this Pilar and Percival unit mix. We have nothing to go and stop them. Delhi coming in here with a few little autumns to go and try to save the days, but two of them is unfortunately not gonna be enough. As we can see, the damage is spreading like wildfire. More and more mechs is coming under fire from the Pilars and enemy Percivals. This one already 3,500 must killed. Make it 4,000. So yeah, that was very nice. Some Spectre gunships coming in to go and try to clean up whatever the hell this mess is. So yeah, everyone is trying very hard, as it seems like one of the players have been killed, and that is gonna be Resistance. Just pulling the trigger on Control K, just saying no, I have had enough. My depression have caught up with me, and as such I'm gonna just erase myself, and as such Delhi is gonna be the last man standing. As Blast Shield is gonna go and eradicate this whole fire base. As there is nothing to go and stop it. As all of the units belonging to Resistance have been basically eradicated by his own ACU explosion. The shields are falling down one after another. The killing hammers being no more. As Delhi is also gonna go and say GG after losing the air fight and everything. He's also getting routed by the enemy AI forces. As the sniper bots are gonna be the final nail in the coffin. GG, well played to Team 2, that is the Team Blast Shield, for winning this game. And as such, they are still gonna remain in the tournament, unlike the Team, also known as Team Resistance, which is gonna unfortunately get knocked down not only from the losers bracket, but from the tournament at all. GG WP guys. GG, well played. Oh man, that was a game and a half. And considering that this tournament was already going for 7 hours, chat, what do you say we call it quits for today? Especially as my throat would also take a break before the tomorrow part of the tournament.